Hi and welcome to Discover Oklahoma. I'm Lauren Nelson. Dino's off this week. We're coming to you today from the cutest shop in the Automobile Alley district of Oklahoma City, Plenty Mercantile. They carry all sorts of great gift items and home decor, and they make an effort to carry items that are sustainably sourced. It's a great spot to shop local for the holidays. We'll show you around throughout the show. But first, how about a quick weekend getaway to a true Oklahoma treasure and a National Historic Landmark? Jason Grubb shows us the Price Tower in Bartlesville.
The Price Tower in Bartlesville is an architectural gem, an emerald one at that.
I think the idea that when you come here, you really kind of almost step back into the architecture and the time of the 1950s.
Frank Lloyd Wright designed the building in the 1920s, not originally for Oklahoma.
They were 3 different buildings that were going to be around the St. Mark's Church in New York City.
The Depression hit, plans were canceled. Then in 1952, Wright got a call from Harold C. Price, owner of an oil pipeline company in Bartlesville. After some adjustments to the design, construction started in '53. The tower opened in '56, and it hasn't changed a whole lot since then.
The people who have lived out the history of this building since then have done an amazing job of keeping that history and the elements to the building that really are Frank Lloyd Wright.
Some of those original elements include furniture Wright designed specifically for Price Tower. You can see it and more in a free museum on the 2nd floor.
So it's really quite an experience for any mid-century lover to come see the wonderful designs that Mr. Wright did then.
Wright called Price Tower the tree that escaped the forest. In fact, the structure really resembles a tree and branches. All of the floors are cantilever design. They're basically floating, supported by the center elevator shafts. Here in the museum, you can see one of the original pieces of copper. Now, while that's shiny and the building is green, it has always been that way from day one. That's because Frank Lloyd Wright didn't want to wait around for the patina.
Mr. Wright, knowing that was the tree that escaped the crowded forest, shiny copper leaves would never do.
The copper was chemically treated, turning it the green color we still see today. A special treatment for a special building. Wright considered it his only skyscraper.
Mr. Wright said in order to be a skyscraper, you had to have commercial, residential, and retail.
That's what was in the building then and what's in it today.
We have 19 hotel rooms for residential. We have 4 floors of office space, and we have our gift shop for retail.
While no one lives here full-time anymore, you can stay here anytime. The hotel rooms have that same swanky 50s feel. Some are 1-story, others 2.
The downstairs has a living room, kind of a dining area, has a kitchen, a half bath, and then interior stairs within the suite that go upstairs to the bedroom to a full bath.
On the 15th and 16th floors, an old Price employee dining room is now the Copper Restaurant and Bar, with amazing views and fantastic new American cuisine.
There you go, Ricky. It's nice and flat, just like that.
You can also eat outside on the new plaza, where there's several styles of burgers, sandwiches, and salads. After lunch, visit the 2-story art gallery, filled with local art and more.
We bring in different exhibits that are traveling throughout the country.
A guided tour takes you to see Mr. Price's private penthouse office and his corporate apartment, used by he and his wife, complete with original furniture. Recently added to the tour, the apartment of well-known architect Bruce Goff. Before moving into Price Tower, he was teaching architecture at OU.
Both Mr. Price's sons were attending OU. And Mr. Price asked his son Joe, would you ask Mr. Goff if he would design a building for me?
Goff, who was a huge fan of Frank Lloyd Wright, suggested he be the one to design the Price Tower all those years ago.
And I know that's the question most people ask. How did the Frank Lloyd Wright skyscraper end up in a little town in Oklahoma? And that's why.
It is a work of architectural art we still enjoy today. In downtown Bartlesville, I'm Jason Grubbs for Discover Oklahoma.
Price Tower is located at 510 Dewey Avenue in Bartlesville. Check out their website for reservations and information on exhibits, pricetower.org. From Bartlesville, we head southwest now to enjoy a relaxing afternoon at an Oklahoma winery. Let's check out Cotton Blossom Winery in Marlow. Oklahoma is quickly becoming a wine capital, and Cotton Blossom Winery in Marlow has made its way onto the scene by providing beautiful wines made right here in southwest Oklahoma.
Every drop is produced right here in this building. We get grapes, juices, concentrates. We get grapes already crushed for us from the plant, things like that. They'll bring them in great big barrels and bins and things like that. We put them into our carboys, press them out, and we start waiting.
Ryan has been making wines for years, but he and his wife just opened Cotton Blossom Winery about a year and a half ago.
So I've made wine for years. It was a hobby of mine that really just turned into a really cool business. And so that wasn't the intention whenever I first started. I just learned how to make wine, made really small batches, gave it to friends and family, that sort of thing. And everybody kept asking if they could buy it from me, which is very illegal. And so we decided that we would open a winery.
When you visit Cotton Blossom, you can enjoy a wine tasting, shop their wines, and sit and enjoy a glass of their wine. You can even pick up a gift for yourself or others.
We have a little bit of everything, so we like to be able to appease everybody's tastes that come in. There's typically 24 varietals that are on the shelves at any given point in time, not including our seasonal wines. So we also introduce some fall wines, Christmas wines, things like that, and then we'll do summer varieties as well. We do tastings. We have wine slushies on Saturdays. We do charcuterie boards, things like that. We have our lounge upstairs so people come and hang out and drink and visit and have a great time. We've got a little bit of home decor items, gift items, things like that. We wanted to give our community a place to come and pick up some unique gifts.
They make over 24 wines in-house and have several bestsellers.
We do have some bestsellers. Our peach wine is made out without grapes, just peaches. That one's a really popular one, as well as our Bless Your Heart Blush, and that's our sweet rosé.
For delectable Oklahoma wines and a great atmosphere for enjoying them, plan your trip to Cotton Blossom Winery.
I think that we have the small town charm. I think that we have a great environment, a great place to come and visit and make great memories with each other. I want people to leave super excited that they came, with laughter and all the good stuff that comes with it.
Cotton Blossom Winery is located at 108 North Broadway in Marlow. They're open Thursday, Friday, and Saturday from noon to 6 or by appointment. Coming up on Discover Oklahoma,
we've always wanted something in Tulsa like this.
Two Tulsa moms make dreams come true. We'll tell you how.
We're stuck at home, and so this is just kind of a way that we can get out of the house for a couple of hours.
Plus, how to get out and about but still observe social distancing.
We famous with cinnamon roll, homemade biscuit, chicken fried steak, fish cut steak too.
And what aren't they serving at this Stillwater diner? It's all coming up right here on Discover Oklahoma.
Start your next journey with the Travel OK Trip Planner. First, choose an itinerary or build your own. Share travel plans with friends and let the adventure begin. The Travel OK Trip Planner. Download the app today.
Welcome back to Discover Oklahoma, coming to you from Plenty Mercantile in the Automobile Alley section of Oklahoma City. They also have locations in North Oklahoma City and Edmond. It's no secret Oklahoma weather can be unpredictable at best, but families looking for creative play spaces always have an option. Julie Chen takes us to Adventure Avenue in Tulsa.
At the intersection of imagination and fun, Adventure Avenue awaits. This little city built for little kids is the brainchild of two local moms.
We've always wanted something in Tulsa like this, and it just hasn't ever come to be, so we thought, let's go for it. Let's make it ourselves. So we just started brainstorming last fall, and here we are now.
This imaginary play space features a store-lined main street with everything from a farmer's market to fire station. The structures were handcrafted right here in town.
My father-in-law actually wanted to help us, and Lisa and I sat down and figured out kind of what we wanted, and he just in his garage built all of our facades, the fire truck, the sailboat, and he just really had a lot of fun with it.
With the scene set, children role-play as community helpers.
They can go and pretend to be adults, basically, take on those roles, and they love to serve food in the lemon tree. They love to take the pets out of the pet shop into the doctor's office and pretend to work on them and take care of the babies.
Their favorite thing to do is just kind of escape their own little world and go and pretend to be whatever they want to be.
The fact that they are so happy, just imagining like they are doing or imagining they're cooking or mommy, I'm taking care of this baby, and you see how happy are they. This part is priceless to me. As a mom, it's like, oh my God, that's all I want.
This interactive space is packed with surprises. There's a dark room with giant light bright, magnetic stem wall inspiring wonder, and even a gated baby section for the city's smallest citizens.
We didn't have an indoor, safe, clean, sweet, imaginary play place for young kids, and this is just the perfect place to have it.
Admission to Adventure Avenue gets each child a 2-hour play period and snack token. The space is cleaned and sanitized between playtimes. It can also be rented out for birthday parties and special events.
We can decorate it for you, we can supply everything, or you can just rent the space and do it yourself.
Adventure Avenue, a creative play center that's driving imagination.
I want to shout it from the rooftops for everyone to come because it's my kids' favorite place, and they have a ball here. And I do too, because I love watching them. I love watching their imaginations go wild.
Adventure Avenue is open Tuesday through Saturday. They do limit the amount of children inside, so it's recommended that you call ahead or book a reservation online before coming. In Tulsa, I'm Julie Chin, Discovering Oklahoma.
Adventure Avenue is located at 8150 South Harvard in Tulsa. They're open 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Tuesday through Saturday, closed Sunday and Monday. And once you've burned off all of that energy at the playground, you can create your own work of art at the House of Clay. Photojournalist Casey Kennedy shows us how.
Our small little pots, we call them pots. I can't think of anything I don't like about it. I've been coming here for a long time, and there's so many things with clay, you never run out of what you can do with it. And they have about everything available with tools and supplies and services that one would need to do any of those things.
My parents started the business 70 years ago. So we've been here 70 years. We used to be down the street a little ways, and Daddy built this building in 1961. So Mother and Daddy bought it from two little old ladies who were selling their ceramic business, and they set up shop down the street, and in '61 they built this, and we've been here ever since. And now my parents are both deceased, but my daughter is helping me.
I come here to get all my clay supplies. I order clay and glazes, and then I have my work fired here as well. A lot of patience, yeah, and sometimes some pieces just don't make it, so then they go into the recycling buckets.
We have curbside delivery, or you can come in the shop if you wear a mask. We are putting together kits for people. You can take them home. We do our bisque with acrylic stains, or we can do our bisque with glazes, and you can bring them back to be fired. We also have it set up where you can come paint. You make an appointment with us, and then we take you come pick out what you want. You can go next door, take your mask off at that point, and you can paint with just your group.
We've been coming here for 30-something years. We've decided to come down and paint. We're stuck at home, and so this is just kind of a way that we can get out of the house for a couple of hours and paint some stuff. Jordan's painting a pumpkin, so we're already getting a head start on the holiday season, and so this will go in our house, and it's just kind of nice and therapeutic and a little break. In the kits, there are little animals, there are trolls, there are dragons, and then there are little pre-packaged paints and brushes that you could just throw away when you were done, and you didn't have to bring back to the shop to fire. And so once they were done, once they dried, they were done and ready to be set up in their rooms with their collection of other little oddities.
Last time I was here, I painted an eagle, I painted a Christmas tree, I painted a cat, and I painted a car and a motorcycle, and a leopard, and that's all I can think right now.
We have all kinds of things you can paint. We have animals. When you look at our shelves, we have all kinds of little animals and things. We have dinnerware items, plates, teapots, pitchers, all of that sort of thing. It's getting near Christmas. We sell lots of Christmas trees, Halloween things, any of that sort of thing. It's good therapy.
They just make my life better.
You'll find the House of Clay at 1100 Northwest 30th in Oklahoma City. They're open 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Tuesday through Friday and 10 to 2 on Saturday. Check their website or Facebook page for information on classes. Coming up on Discover Oklahoma.
The best feeling when we see people walk away from a tour is just when they say, wow, it's just so peaceful.
It's time to slow down and explore farm to table.
Like I told you, if it's good, don't change it.
And we'll see if we can get the secret recipe that keeps folks coming back to this Stillwater hotspot. It's all ahead right here on Discover Oklahoma.
The Oklahoma Travel Guide's got a fresh new look. It's your one-stop shop for awe-inspiring attractions, iconic Route 66, stunning escapes, and legendary local food. Get your free copy today.
Welcome back to Discover Oklahoma, coming to you from Plenty Mercantile in Oklahoma City, an adorable shop that also functions as an event location. There's just nothing like a trip to the farmer's market, but come wintertime, it's a little hard to come by, unless you're shopping at a place like Yarrowhead Farms. Quinn Tran shows us around.
It's relaxing, it's peaceful.
This isn't a typical farm in Wellston, Oklahoma.
We enjoy being out on the farm.
Amanda and Mike Wilson own Yarrowhead Farms, growing organic produce.
We grow 7 or 8 different lettuces, from your iceberg heads to loose leaf bowls of mixed greens, spinach, romaine. We do many different types of peppers, bell peppers, a lot of sweet peppers, some hot peppers.
They also produce herbs and even honey straight from the hive. Their approach to farming is earning them recognition. In 2021, Yarrowhead will be Oklahoma's first certified biodynamic farm.
You're working with the soil, you're implementing holistic remedies, things like herbal teas, compost teas, manure teas. It's fermented, and then you're enriching the soil that way.
We're not bringing in inputs from outside the farm. We want everything to come from the farm so we know what's happened to it, where it's been, and where it's going.
They are implementing age-old methods of farming. Most everything is done by hand with great care, and it's paid off.
The colors are usually much more vibrant. It's just a high definition of what you normally would eat. So your lettuce, it's like lettuce HD. The flavors are just so much more intense.
It speaks for itself when the quality, the taste is there, there's love put into it, and I think that's what communities, they need a lot more of that. We get a lot of wind, we get hail, we get freezing, we get really extreme heat, drought, so a lot of these things we have to combat to get crops to grow.
This greenhouse allows them to grow produce organically from the ground up, year-round.
By the end of the time, this tomato plant could be anywhere from 40 to 60 feet long. This is the most relaxing spot on the entire farm. Seeing your hard work pay off and knowing that we can grow in this space 12 months a year is pretty rewarding.
Yarrowhead Farms is always growing and expanding. The Wilsons recently opened this store just a few miles away. The market offers fresh organic produce, baked goods, and more.
We saw a great need in this area, and so we wanted to be an outlet for people.
Yarrowhead Farms is open to the public for agri-tours. See how organic food is grown and celebrate farming in Oklahoma.
To see them walk away with, a little more peace, at least for the day. So I think that's a big reward in itself.
In Wellston, Oklahoma, Quinn Tran, Discover Oklahoma.
Yarrowhead Farms is east of Guthrie at the intersection of 177 and 105 in Kearney. You can find out more on their website, yarrowheadfarms.com. Up next on Discover Oklahoma.
The secret is the steak, is the piece of meat. If you're getting a good piece of meat, why you want to cover it?
You can skip the steak sauce when you visit this Payne County restaurant. We'll show you why when Discover Oklahoma continues.
Want to discover even more about the show? Go online and watch Discover Oklahoma anywhere, anytime. Catch up on missed episodes, track down interesting locations, and submit your own story ideas. Start exploring today at discoveroklahomatv.com.
It's been a lot of fun doing a little shopping here at Plenty Mercantile in Oklahoma City this afternoon. And if Dino were here, you know what he'd say. What are we having for lunch? How about Granny's Kitchen?
Granny's Kitchen in Stillwater has been serving up delicious food consistently to its loyal customers for almost 60 years. That should tell you a lot right there. So what are they indeed serving up?
Breakfast and lunch, everything from the scratch. We famous with cinnamon roll, homemade biscuit, chicken fried steak, fresh cut hamburger meat, fresh cut chicken fried steak, fresh cut steak too.
I've eaten here many times over the years, and what stands out is not only the top quality of their food, but their service. They go the extra mile with everything, even the bacon they serve.
We're very picky about the quality here. Example, the bacon we have in a special cut bacon just for Granny's Kitchen. It's a thick cut pecan smoked bacon.
Their top-selling breakfast items include the Cowboy Breakfast, which has a ton of food. Another is called the Nasty Granny, and then there's the Skillet.
The skillet having a potato covered with onion, green pepper, and mushroom, and with cheese. And we're having the eggs, and we're having a bacon, sausage, or ham with a side of pancake or homemade biscuit and toast.
Their lunch menu also has several standouts, including their half-pound burger.
It's a fresh cut, never frozen, and people like it, and it's very big.
And then everyone's favorite.
And of course, the chicken fried steak. We're having a 16-ounce homemade breaded chicken fried steak.
As for the chicken fried steak breading,
it's a flour, salt, and pepper. Like I told you, if it's good, don't change it. It's very simple. It's the secret is the steak, is the piece of meat. If you're getting a good piece of meat, why you want to cover it?
Mo says two secrets to their success is getting the best cut of meat you can get, and when it comes to seasoning, less is more.
We don't put any seasoning else besides salt and pepper. That's it.
This man's mom started Granny's Kitchen. His family had success with the restaurant, and Muhammad is continuing that today. Mr. Rain says, here's what you're missing if you don't eat here.
You're missing a good quality, down-to-earth food. It's not frilly, but it's very filling, very good tasting, and top quality.
You get your money's worth. That's why the college kids love this place. I have 2 grandchildren that attended college here. They didn't have a lot of money, and they come here because they know they're going to get their money's worth.
This student also ate regularly at the previous location, and today he's here.
So I'm a college student here at OSU, and the food is cheap, it's affordable, and it's great, honestly. Like I devoured my food, and there's no way I'm eating until later on today. It's great food.
It all comes back to the consistent high quality of the food and the service. It's all about consistency.
First of all, the food is excellent. Everything's fresh and it's reasonable. The service is excellent.
Granny's Kitchen is at 701 South Main Street in Stillwater. They're open 6 a.m. to 3 p.m. Monday through Friday and close at 2 p.m. on the weekends. No matter where your next road trip takes you, the Discover Oklahoma Dining Guide will help you find a great place to eat. Just log on to our website, travelok.com, and click Request Free Brochures to get your copy. A huge thank you to the folks here at Plenty Mercantile for hosting us this week. Their flagship location is in the Automobile Alley district of Oklahoma City, and it's full of the cutest items, a must shop for the holidays. You can also visit them on West Memorial in North Oklahoma City or in Edmond on South Bryant. Coming up next Saturday on Discover Oklahoma, we visit an Oklahoma farm where something is always in season. This time, we're talking Christmas trees. Plus, we're taking a trip to the Tulsa Zoo. It's all coming up next week right here on Discover Oklahoma. So until next time, remember, there's always something to discover in Oklahoma.